What is up to my Pisces? Let's talk about it. Your sign has been coming up a lot lately, or symbolism of it. The fishes. I'm gonna get right into it, anyways, without further ado. And I'll pull you a mystical shaman oracle card just to get your overall energy for the month of August. Some insight, guidance, advice on the energy of Pisces, August 2022. Almost there. The Rainmaker. You could be philosophical, good at mathematician. But a lot of you really could be embracing spirituality right now, a spiritual journey, new information, embracing your angelic nature. For those that know, you know. If you're not doing those things, though, I feel like things you could do to get you in that type of energy is go take a trip out in nature. Enjoy a little rain, a little thunder, a little lightning. Things that make you feel good. Get away from electronics. Go be by the water. Go be a fish. Alright, so we're going to be using the Gilded Rider Waite. I'm going to pull about 6 cards so you get a message or reading or insight, guidance, advice for you Pisces. This is for Pisces sun signs, moon, rising, Mercury, and Venus. And we'll get right into it. Insight, guidance, advice for my Pisceans. It's the month of August. I hope you guys like the new setup. It's been a very, very innovative week full of changes and conversations for me. Could be for you too, Pisces, even though we are in the age of Aquarius. Right, let's see if we can get you a card now. Insight, guidance, advice for the sign of Pisces, the month of August. So we've got 7 swords. And I think it's not so much like in a romantic sense, but I hate to say governmental though. Like things don't make sense. Omission, withholding. And if it is someone you're interacting with or a relationship, I see you might look back at them every once in a while, Pisces. But if you are looking back at a past relationship, newly single, been single for a while, or just now newly single and kind of thinking about the past, I think if it's a person that you keep going back to or talking to or trying to check in on, maybe you're always with someone, or they're always with someone, or there's some kind of distance, but I don't really think that bothers you too much. I mean, I'm also getting the sense of for some of you guys, males especially, females too though, that are single, you could one night stand, 2 night stand, and then you're gone, and you take your clothes and get up and get out. That could be draining over time for some of you, because it is an energetic exchange. Ace of Cups. See, yeah, I'm getting water emotions, but more so like energy, but like mental energy, like mental health. Someone might be a drain on your mental health, or it's definitely feeling female energy here. We've got swords, we've got air, Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Libra. feel like you and someone have problems communicating your feelings for each other, or for some of you too that are single, you could have the tendency to, cycle should have been over. You know, Seven of Swords, like, you're just hurting each other. I will tell you this, everything can't be about sex all the time. Just like it can't be about work all the time. We've got the King of Wands here. Yeah, so you definitely could be Sagittarian, Arian, or a Leo. But I also see here, like, going back to the feeling lied to, the more general energy that I'm pulling on. You could feel like someone with Sagittarius placements has lied to you. They might hold a public position. Getting like holy. Sorry. I also feel like there might be something you walked away from to pursue your passions. It was like an intuitive nudge, or you'll have one. You should do that. Like guidance advice for Pisces. It's fire and water. Definitely could be dating a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or just having like a few one-night stands in the month of August, or it could just be a very passionate, taboo type of person. Knight of Wands, yeah, it didn't last long. Might be coming in hot, but it didn't last long. I don't know, like, for some of you, there's this very inconsistent off and on energy, and it seems like y'all butt heads a lot. Especially if you're single. I mean, you would know. I understand makeup, sex, and everything, but here it's just like, I don't know. It's like another notch in the belt for you or for them. I mean, we're into what we're into. Well, not my thing. Tell the truth. So yeah, you get the Knight of Wands. Swans, yeah. This could be in the next week for some of you. Some of you could be right now as you're watching this. It's 1 to 7 days. You might get a booty call and feel quite good about that. Some of you guys are impending doom. Please stop. We will be okay. 9 of Wands. Yeah. Feel like giving up. I'm hearing that it's the end of the world. No, it's not. It's not the end of the world. Alright, Pisces. You know, because you got the 9 of Wands and you got the 1 of Wands. That's 10 of Wands. It's kind of dropping the burdens. The burdens are over. Like, the most critical things and moves that we had to make as a country here in the U.S. have been made behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know that. Here's the thing. Even if people told you the whole of the truth, it's much like a declassified CIA document. Most people don't even believe those when they're in their face. Like when the evidence is in their face. I think some of you might be getting mad about that. Maybe you're trying to prove something to someone that's in and out that you care about, and they're just not understanding. I think some of you feel like whoever you're connecting with, they just want sex. Or maybe that's all you want, and maybe they want more. And maybe that's why it doesn't work out. Two different people want different things. A lot of people feel that way about politics. This is 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. What do we got? 9 of Domes. 7 of Swords. Some of you could be feeling like you're missing out on life, missing out on opportunity. Some of you just feel straight up financially been had. Some of you could be having to move because you couldn't afford to pay your rent, I'm hearing. And you have to leave some things behind in the next week or two. Ace of Cups. You could be moving overseas 2 at a time. Or could be choosing whether or not to pursue, like I said, your passions or not, what you're passionate about. We already talked about how that choice could arise and that you should do so. There's success in it. You might ideate about something that gives you a great idea that equals money. The only difference between that happening or not happening is you choosing to do that. King of Wands. King of Wands. Five of Air. Mercury's not in retrograde. It might be near the end of August, though, from what I recall. So, you know. Five of Wands. Yeah, I think when it comes to, like I said, I think other than the government, that you might think someone's withholding information from you, playing games, or you are with someone. I know Pisces can do that. Love Pisces, but I've dated some of you guys. I feel like also I just got that inclination. You and someone don't talk much. Y'all just fuck. Like, conversations don't have any real depth. I mean, you might feel like someone's emotionally cold, but it could be just due to a lack of you understanding them and their communication style. Baron of Usish. Well, that's you. Apparently you're good to go in that area. But yeah, definitely this person, you're gonna have this idea that you're passionate about to create. Do it. Please take that advice. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. We're gonna get a little shuffle here. But I feel like, yeah, it's just high tensions for you. That's what I'm getting. Definitely need to take a meditative break. This might be where you begin to ideate, to have this idea that could be very beneficial in your future. Six of Dome, doors of opportunity. Yeah, and I also feel like if you do whatever it is that you're gonna ideate about, this idea you're gonna have, it's gonna open more doors to success, to more investments, to investors. Yeah, I just heard too, like, sometimes you need to give it your all instead of giving up, because that's right when it happens. Like, right when people usually want to give up, that's when they need to give it their all, because you're this close. Nine of Wands. Six of UCs. 9, 6, 69. That could be what you're doing. LGBTQ, so you could be on the spectrum, but, yeah, I think, like, I'm kind of getting a bit of an emotional breakdown, but like I said, that might be what happens if you don't. Get out of the city, go take some time to yourself and just feel the wind, feel the water, listen to the birds, and clear your mind. You could also do this listening to music, a podcast, just anything to get your thoughts off of your thoughts and you kind of out of your body so it can relax. Alright, so we got a fortune for you here. If you want the rainbow, you have to tolerate the rain. Good comes to bad, the bad comes with the good. You should know that pretty well, Pisces. And that's it. Something resonated, let me know below. Drop a like if you want to help me out. And